Hi, my name is Lotfi Murad. In this video I would like to talk about judging. You know, that thing that we do all day long, consciously and unconsciously. We don't think about it, we just judge. Ah, nice painting. Oh, I hate those colors. Oh, it's great weather. Oh, it's bad weather. Ah, what a wonderful person. Oh, what a nasty person. All the time. Wherever we go, we're judging. Beautiful beach. Ah, it's so hot here. Why are we doing that? What are the results of this? What are the consequences of this? And more importantly, what's the solution to all the problems that we have created by judging? These are the different steps of this video. It's one of the first times I make a scripted video and I would like to test it out. So let's dive in. Judging. Where does it start? It starts when we are raised. When you are raised, we're told, this is good, that is bad. Do this, don't do that. And it's in a way, generally, that is not constructive, but more in a judging way. So you can say, it would be better for you if you would do this in that way. That would be a way that we can actually do it, and good leaders do this. Good managers do this. But generally with kids, oh no, that's bad. Don't put that in your mouth. It's bad for you. Or that, yay, very good, very good, very good. And oh, look at my kid. My kid is doing this so well. Much faster than all the other kids. So already there we are raised with the judging. And we go to school. And then it's, oh, but that kid is so much better than that kid at math. Ah, you will have a great future because you're good at math, or you're good at the language, or you're good at something else. It's judging. Saying what people are generally not good at, but generally actually people are focusing on the bad things. That's also a thing. So generally saying, oh, you're bad at this, you're bad at that, you will be a loser, you will not succeed in life. It's all judging and putting a lot of weight on it. When you imagine, when you're a little child and somebody's saying, oh, your life will be a total disaster. My mom used to say to me, if I would not do better at school, I would end up digging holes. The expression in Dutch is putjeschepper. And that was basically the lowest thing you could do back in the days, was digging the holes to find the water. That was the simplest job. You didn't need to learn anything, you just needed to know how to hold a shovel and dig, or dig graves. Very simple, basic stuff. And that was actually not a nice thing to hear. And as a kid, you would actually visualize yourself all day long digging holes. And that's exhausting. That's not fun. And we're like, oh, I really don't want to end up like, oh, I really need to get better at this thing. So you would start to act out of fear. Religion is another source. In religion, most religions are judging in the negative way. Bad person, bad behavior, you will go to hell, sinner, it's a bad group of people. It's all about what's wrong. And there's almost never constructive, complementative teachings. Except for a few religions who are different. Then you have politics, which is linked to religion, because religion and politics often go very close hand in hand. I mean, religion is often created by the politicians. I mean, they're the masterminds, and then They put people to be the priests or the whatever. And that's how Christianity was created by the Roman Empire. They allowed it, they created it. People wanted to follow in the footsteps of Jesus. Well, let's create Christianity, and those who were priests in the temples became priests, and they became the priests in the churches because they had to change the name. It's all new, it's exactly what the people want, but actually it was directed from Rome, and that's why the Pope is also in Rome. So politicians also judge, like, oh, the foreigners, the neighboring country, the gypsies, the expats, the this, the that. They're bad, 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 bad. How do you think Hitler came to power? How do you think Stalin came to power? How do you think Trump came to power? They're all by judging another group, telling that they are bad. And then you have the media. And the media has been, for very long, the tool of the people in power. A lot of people say, no, the media in our country is independent. Well, check. How are they making their money? If it's government funding, they cannot keep attacking the government, because at some point the government say, hey, you're only biting me. Why should I feed you? You don't bite the hand that feeds you. If it's for advertisement, hey, we cannot make this article about Coca-Cola actually creating a huge natural disaster in India, because they're our biggest sponsor at this moment. They would pull out, we would not have funds. Okay, we will not make that thing. You see the reasoning? So, neutral? No. Nobody's neutral. Everyone has an opinion. And when I say media, I also say the glossies, I say the magazines, I say the gossip. Mainly pointing out the bad things about people. And then a few times the good things about somebody. But generally, oh, you know that he did that bad thing. Oh, and he made a mistake there. Oh, and she you know how she was walking, or she was wearing the thing and there was a little corner that was wrong. It's the focus. And it's judging. What are the consequences of all this judging? Small and big. Well, you get fear. Fear of being judged. Because when you're judged, you actually do not belong to the herd, to the group. And you want to be part of the community. So if the community starts to judge you, you may start to get out of the group, and then you end up being alone maybe, or being in a small group with all the people who are being judged and who are not getting the benefits of being in the group. So this creates fear and also unhappiness, because we're not happy when we getting judged. And when you're expelled from the group, you get division. You get one group against another group. You see that a lot in religion, you see that in politics. You see it in society. People from one city hating the people from the other city because the football team beat the football team of the other. I mean, come on. That's not a reason to hate. Or another country because they dress funny. Funny is also judgment. For them, it's very normal to dress in a certain way. For the others, it's not. They have another way of dressing. For them, it's very normal. They have their culture, they have their reasons, and often they're very good reasons behind it, why they're dressing in a certain way. But and you get conflicts from this, and conflicts can expand to become wars. World War I, World War II, and all the other wars in the world were about division, conflict, being different, and judging. If there is unity, there is no reason for conflict, so there is no war. So if you look at all kinds of conflict in the world, they're all because of judging. Now we have the World Cup. It's almost at its end. It's all about judging. Who is better than whom? And we're going to support this team because we hate the people from that country, so we're going to support them against them. We're not going to sit and watch a beautiful football match and somebody will win at the end, but at the end we will look back and like, hey, this was a nice World Cup, we enjoyed some beautiful football. No. And I'm part of it as well. I mean, I do it as I judge as well. And then I was very happy to see some countries being expelled, going home very early. Because I believe that these countries are too arrogant. And they're not playing good football, so they go home. So this is not really the judging. It's more like, if you don't play well, you go home. But in some cases, like with the French, I do not like the patriotism and the chauvinism of the French. They believe they are the best in the world. Most countries believe it, but the French are really emphasizing on this. Through having their cultural centers everywhere in the world and everywhere promoting their country and promoting their language, and it's the best, is the best, the best, the best, the best. And like, And then if you listen to the French commentators, when a French player is doing something good, it's fantastic, it's the best of the world. And then if they're doing something not so good, it was bad luck, and I don't know, they come with excuses. It's very much the very strong chauvinism. Where in Holland is the total opposite. The Dutch team is a loser, is a total fuck up, is a no-go, until suddenly they reach a very high level in the World Cup, like 4 years ago, and they're suddenly like, oh, actually they're good. But they have been insulting them, almost one full year until one of the last matches, and suddenly like, oh, they're not that bad. So that's the other extreme. And that's why you see that the Dutch team is often supported by other countries, because they don't have that arrogance, like, oh, we gotta do it. Or if you look at Portugal, they have Ronaldo, who's very arrogant. And that people don't like that, because the arrogance is also judging, like, I'm better than the rest. And we see that in companies, we see that in classrooms, we see it even among friends, I'm better than the others. People don't like that, and you get division, and then some people want to be with that person who thinks this way, and I think he's the popular one, so people stick to that person. Then you have the little group of the popular people, and then you have the others. And this is something you recognize from when you were at school, but you even recognize from now at your job or in your family, that you have two camps or sometimes more, and some people are loyal to this one and some people are loyal to that one. There's that conflict. Many families have the Cold War still active within them, because they're not really fighting, but it's like pushing buttons. And so you see this everywhere, and it's so much rooted, because we're taught this from young age. And now, of course, you want to know, how can we solve this? Okay, you have been raised this way by your parents, and then you had to go to church, and they also taught you to judge, and then you went to school, and they were judging you, they were judging people around you. Then you went to high school, and then you went to do a job, and you were also seeing the politicians everywhere judging. So yeah, of course, you believe it's the only way. The only way to be. So if you feel like, okay, this is not going anywhere, this is going nowhere, and we really need to stop having wars and conflicts, and we should live in harmony, because most people really have something great to offer. Most countries really have something beautiful to offer. So let's benefit from that. The European Union is more or less something where they try to do this. It's not perfect, it's far from perfect, but at least They brought a lot of countries together, and each country is contributing in their own way, and together they have a team. The United States of America was created the same way. Australia is created the same way. But they're all far from perfect. So what can you do to change this? To create a better world? For you, for your circle, and maybe spreading it out. And if more people like you do this, then you have everywhere these little cells, and then at the end, the whole world can improve. Well, there are a few steps you can take. Sorry for the interruption. Please click the link below to watch the full video on my Patreon page. At the beginning of that page, you will also see a short video explaining the how and why.